Somewhere in New Jersey right now, some regular fan just walked into MetLife Stadium having spent more on one seat than a used car costs. $11,327. Average, not VIP, average. It just became the most expensive ticket in American sports history. More than the Super Bowl, more than the NBA Finals. Let's follow the money. It's not going where you think. Back in October, a good final ticket ran about $6,000. By April, before we even knew Argentina and Spain were playing tonight, that same seat crossed $10,000. The teams didn't exist yet. The game hadn't changed at all. The algorithm had. For comparison, at the last World Cup final in Qatar, the top ticket topped out around $1,600. This time, that same tier opened at nearly $11,000. That's not inflation. That's a different game entirely. This is dynamic pricing. Same reason your flight to Vegas is $200 Tuesday and $600 once seats run low. The price moves based on how many are left and how bad you want in. It doesn't know your budget. It only knows your desperation. FIFA didn't stop at setting the price either. They built their own resale marketplace and take a cut both ways. 15% from the seller, 15% from the buyer. Sell your extra seat to your own brother, FIFA still gets paid for the favor. Someone listed 4 seats for tonight's final at $2.3 million each. An aluminum bench with a view of grass. Nobody thinks it sells. It doesn't need to. It just sits at the top of the list, quietly making $11,000 look like a bargain by comparison. That's not a glitch. That's the whole game. Meanwhile, before kickoff, FIFA promised this tournament would generate almost $50 billion for the US economy. Then the real data came in. International arrivals in June rose 0.2%, a rounding error with a passport. Hotels raised prices anyway. Rooms didn't fill any faster. So where'd the money go? Up, into ticketing, broadcast rights, and a resale platform charging fees on both ends. Even Goldman Sachs called the whole bump temporary, predicting it reverses by August, like the tournament never happened. This isn't new. Atlanta spent millions on the same promise for the '96 Olympics. Permanent jobs. A city transformed forever. A few years later, half those venues sat empty, weeds growing through the seats, some torn down completely. The debt outlived the athletes by decades. Nobody pays $11,000 to watch grass and a scoreboard. They're paying for a story they'll tell for 30 years. And that story just got more expensive than the Super Bowl. So was this World Cup ever really about the game? Or was the match just the excuse to justify the price of the ticket? Drop your take below. Am I wrong?
Or does this feel a little rigged?